You lost already? She can find it.
But wants to take the lead here. And I'll jump.
Yeah, so Attorney Bradle did all the work for you. Says representing counsel. I think today was approach what we wanted in this was file. Fitzsimmons is innocent, and we look forward to, in a very short period, of time, bringing this for the today. Appreciate that this judge and resolve questions, resolve problems. So I think on balance, we made a lot of progress today. We have a lot of work to do.
Last time that Kelsey was able to.
I'm going to let Attorney Bradle address that.
I mean, yeah, just very general sense, it's been a long road. It's been a rough road. We're coming to the end of it, and we have two jobs here. Reunification, number one, and to address this case number two. We really need to get this done so we can focus on family court. And it's coming soon, so we're optimistic, and we're going to do everything we can to get this case heard on the 23rd. Get it done.
Healthy family court as well.
So it's a group effort. Yes, we've got a great team over there. Julie has a great counsel and family court, and we're supporting her. And sort of been hamstrung because of these orders from this court, basically saying, supporting the family courts are doing their job. So we expect that to be addressed soon, and we're optimistic, and we're very happy to have Judge Karp on the case. And I think we're going to get a fair shake, and he's going to address it very soon. And that's, Kelsey's number one priority.
I am more hopeful of this. This seems reasonable for the judges to look at.
So we're all encouraged by that, and Kelsey wants to kind of let us take the wheel today in terms of talking to you guys, but that's something that we feel has not been present in this case. It's going forward, and we're going to pass things on the merits, and we feel like we're going to be heard. We feel like we're going to get heard by the court, and things are going to be okay.
Part of the hearing.
In terms of what? Yes, we believe there's a conflict of interest and that it can be addressed by the court, but Judge Carp's got to make his rulings, and we respect his rulings wherever they are. And if it has to go that way, then we'll take another route. But we feel that, we believe that the DA's office here has an interest in propping up that witness. And, the alleged crimes there should be evaluated by an independent prosecutor.
Attorney, can we ask,
The disclosure that was made. They talked about a disclosure from the prosecution.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what that disclosure was?
So we're asking for a disclosure. This is just, excuse me, this is a standard request that we want promises, rewards, inducements that have been granted or implicit in any witness's relationship with the prosecution. And it's very standard discovery. We wanted to push the Commonwealth and push the judge to really provide something meaningful, in the sense that we want all the communications surrounding that, if any, and we want something in writing from the Commonwealth about what they're doing with these witnesses that are apparently getting a pass on alleged criminal activity.
And I think because the judge has asked us and counsel has agreed to do a witness, we will see who all those witnesses are. And then if we need to move further on any of those questions. You heard the judge saying he does not want this to be a trial by ambush. So both sides should really know what we are going to be arguing about going forward. And that's the work we have to do in the next few days. Judges, you see, look at that, reconsider some requests on March 12th. In terms of getting ready for trial and making sure we're ready. But we feel confident that he understands that both sides deserve a fair trial, and we're looking forward to working with him and moving forward.
can we talk a little bit about,
So guys, wait, how about, let's go our left to right and we'll get everybody. I promise we'll get everybody, don't worry.
Yeah, after the sidebar, it sounded almost like there was some issue that there was as it related to that.
Well, I think given the exhibits that we filed and the motions filed, it's pretty obvious that, there's some potential exposure there, to put it politely. And the government is acknowledging that it's implicit in the situation. I think that they're looking the other way, and they need to put something in writing to that effect. Yeah.
Well, didn't they say they looked at the evidence, they looked at their charges are warranted? Why do you feel like they weren't in a position to make that decision? He's actually not that important.
Well, it's not a question of whether they're important or not. And this is the first we heard of it today. This is the first time that we kind of flushed them out to actually say that they're, we kind of flushed them out today, that they finally said for the first time that, we'll give you the notice that we're not prosecuting him. We don't think it's a criminal case. I think the fact finder will have that ultimate decision in terms of whether or not, there's a behavior that's relevant to their determination.
I did want to ask on the planning to file.
So, good question, Charlie. So we don't know, the way the discovery works is the courts always ask the defense, what do you want, counsel? I'm like, I want what the rule says. I don't know what's out there. It's the prosecutor's job to go figure out what's out there. And so we investigate our case, we get bits and pieces of information, and we use that information to point the prosecution to certain relevant evidence, certain specific evidence that we said that we can say to them, go look here, go look there. It's not incumbent on us to know exactly what it is. They have a legal duty to go find it, especially if we say, look in this particular location. That's all we're doing.
You said so you're on the fence.
So everything's still on the table. Everything's up in the air and everything's still on the table. We don't, I guess it can't be up in the air and on the table. You get what I'm saying?
Kelsey, can you just tell us how the defendant's going to
I don't want to.
As you can imagine, she's pulled in a million different directions here, and we have to get down to business, and that's hard for somebody in her position, and
I have immense respect for her perseverance. It's all I'm saying.
On the motion about the bail, what else are you prioritizing? Obviously, you got the time.
So we just want to get Kelsey some freedom and some access. There's these repetitive conditions that are just incredibly onerous in a case where someone doesn't even face jail time on the other end of it under the sentencing guidelines. So it's a unique situation where I've never had a case where the likely outcome in the sense of a conviction would have been probation, and then that person gets locked up pre-trial is unprecedented in my 30 years. So we want to get her in an appropriate bail situation from a fair judge. That's what we're here for.
And we should note that she's been in compliance with all of these conditions. Onerous asking for the court to reconsider them, right, as that, and his willingness to do so. Other issues that we brought up.
You've got to get up to speed on it.
Well, it's kind of late. It's like a week out.
Well, we'll take what we can get, have to take what we can get. I don't want her to kind of just start pontificating about a lot of things, but she's been through a lot. She just wants us to kind of go through it. Mike on.
Special prosecutor, judge seemed like he was going to do anything about it. What can you do about it? Because it looks like this guy did some criminal stuff. Just looking at it, it seems like it.
He's the judge, he's the judge is focused on the notion of separation of powers. The way I see it, I've read many cases where the court decides, they say, hey, this person has a conflict of interest. They reverse convictions. They do all sorts of things. So I don't see how this is any different. But I respect Judge Karp immensely, and he sees it as a separation of powers issue. We're going to have to grapple with it in another way. We could file a request for a clerk's hearing. We may do that. We don't know. We have to think about it, react to the situation, and we just got that information today, so we'll have to see. Yes. Yes.
Can we talk a little bit about where does the motion to recuse McCarthy, where does that stand right now? So I understand.
Denied as moot.
Okay.
And Judge Raschuti, the chief judge of the Superior Court, he took it over and he made that ruling, and he took Judge McCarthy out of the case. And as far as we're concerned, that means that Judge Karp is the judge. We can't have it halfway where he doesn't want to make any rulings,
right,
and defer to a judge that's not going to sit on the case. So
how confident are you that he's going to rule that Judge Karp will be overseeing this whole case in its entirety?
I think very confident. I think that makes sense. I don't think
Judge
that.
Karp said he was going to ask him,
Yes.
and he felt confident that would work. It makes sense to have the same judge now make all the decisions applicable pre-trial, for the trial, including whatever the bail situation is. And so we're hopeful that, as Judge Karp noted, he will be in charge of this case.
Can I ask one more question? I was surprised to hear that this whole time Kelsey's been able to drive. I know that you spoke about her being apprehensive, having trauma after being, incarcerated after that last bail hearing. Is this something that you either overlooked or you were just out of an abundance of caution, she wasn't transporting herself? It seems like it came out of this discussion today that she's been able to do it all along, or at least Judge Karp's interpretation of the order is that she could be doing this.
So there were all sorts of verbal pronouncements from the prior judge. And, given what happened to Kelsey, we have to be extremely careful. And, there were all sorts of verbal restrictions that apparently didn't get into the contract.
Right.
But we were certainly in no position to take any liberties with everything she said, especially given her inclination to put Kelsey in jail. So we had to go with everything verbal that was put out there as well. And that was definitely put out there.
So Judge
Joseph.
Karp said, good to see you again. What's your experience arguing in front of him?
Judge Karp, I haven't seen Judge Karp in probably over a decade. And, Judge Karp's been a very respected jurist for, I think, about a decade. And probably 25 years ago, we were both in the Suffolk DA's office in different units. But
Can I ask what that is?
Oh, so good question, Jeff. So we got, the surveillance system back today from the House. So now, it's been gone through with a prosecutor's eye. Now we get to go through it with a defense eye. So to be determined. Stay tuned on that one.
Hey, Tim, we learned today for the first time that the Commonwealth, we're not going to prosecute based on what you advised about the fact is ought. Have the federal authorities been informed of sexual issues, bank fraud, wire fraud?
So one of the predicates for pursuing that is that you have to file a complaint with it's an FBI sponsored agency. And we're going to look at that and we're going to talk to Kelsey about that. But that may be an avenue as well.
And what if you did go before the clerk magistrate and they go forward with the DA's office be now prosecuting or
Mike, wouldn't that put them in an awkward position? So if the clerk magistrate finds probable cause and issues complaints, then I think it would be something that would put their feet to the fire about whether they prosecute it or whether they pass it along to an independent prosecutor. So let's see what happens.
Or to another county. They have the option of going to
Move
another
it.
DA's.
Can I ask Kelsey how you feel about some new freedom? It's bittersweet. It's only to Tim's office, but you're able to leave your home. You're able to drive. How does that feel knowing that you have that freedom today?
It's a step in the right direction. We're only a few weeks away from trial. This is definitely the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my life, and we're just gonna keep standing strong and make it to trial.
Everybody,
Thank you.
thank
I saw Hank Brennan in the elevator today.
oh my,
Any interest, special prosecutor?
I would love for Hank to get his hands on this and, somebody, will take anybody. But I think he had some other business too. He's still a defense lawyer as well.
Thank you all. Watch the top of the phones if you're.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, besties. I was gonna disconnect, but I was like, or I could just mute it and keep it going while I get to my car. I'm a little out of breath. How's everybody? Everybody good? Hi. Let me put you in your cradle. Oh, also, wait. I'm gonna go in the back seat and get my good shoes, my slides. Oh, I just waved at a guy and it's not the guy I thought it was. That was awkward. Okay. I know, I'm sorry. I know. You're not weird. It takes a lot to make me weirded out. No, it was good to connect. You have my number, right? I don't mind the texts. Yeah. Okay. Don't forget because it might go to the other mailbox. Did I respond to your last message? Yeah, so it'll still be there. Just message me your number and then texting is better. Okay. All right. You too. Drive carefully. You too. Okay. We have all the besties. That's Crystal. Romy was here. Phil from the Worcester radio station was here, but I think he left early. We're going to need cash money, my ticket. We're going to need our second phone so we can look at, let's see, let's plug in my address and we can chit chat. Let's see. All right, let's see how long of a drive. I honestly could not have planned the items, phones, charging situations more perfectly. Let's see what the directions are for this. Oh shit, 2 fucking hours straight. Love that for me. I mean, I'm going to keep you all with me, but there may be some. Are you good? I know, I put my, okay, bye. Hey, here. No, I want cash. Wait. Oh my God. Hold on. You guys heard that man tell me that I could do cash, correct? No, do not pay for me. What are you doing? Get out.
I'm a psychopath. Go away.
Did you hear that man say cash? I have my debit card. Remove your card. Now I'm going to Venmo you $17, weirdo.
I did remove my card.
It says, thank you. Have a nice day. For those of you who don't know, that's Romy. You know, Romy from the chat. She just jumped over here and paid my tab. Weirdo! She will hear that too because she's listening. Okay, hold on. I am in a new place and I don't know where I am. Oh, okay. Let's put our lights on. Let's see where we're going. We may not even be going in the right direction. We don't know. Rumi told me that the bridges were because like this was some sort of like industrial shit back in the day. And this all makes sense, but this is beautiful. This part is beautiful. I wish I could show you. Thank you to the bestie that just hijacked my payment and bought my parking. We are going to be dealing with a little bit of trafficy stuff. Once we get on the highway, we can chit chat a little bit more if you want me to. I'm going to be quite honest with you. You don't get to choose. I'm going to make the executive decision that I'm going to keep it on for a little while because I don't want to be alone. I need to call Meowser and ask Meowser what's going on. Georgia is on her way to work, hopefully. So hopefully the family has transported my child to her new job. Much things to say. I know I said this the last time, but I wish more than anything I could just snap my fingers and be home. I wish more than anything I did not have to drive 2 hours to my house. It's 5 o'clock, which means it's not going to be until 7. It actually says estimated time 6:56 p.m. We're too blessed to be stressed. Also, so smart of me to get another beverage that still has ice in it for the drive home. That's wonderful. That tastes scrumptious. Scrumptious. 2 of my evil enemies were present. Michael Crawford and Capri Sun was there. And they are equally as weird in person as they are on the internets. I'm going to let this car go. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go. Just do it. You can do it. What town am I in? What city? Lawrence, please figure out a way to come and widen up your streets. This is chaotic and it doesn't need to be. So this is what I was talking about. So this street is a two-way street, but over here it's not a two-way street. Sus. Sus. I wish very much I could interact with all of the chat, but I cannot. Look at all these bridges. Many bridges. Huh. Little catwalks. Little catwalks. There is an apartment complex called Butterface Beauty. Oh no, the complex is up top and it's Butterface Beauty down below. We got an army vehicle that's trying to pass here and best of luck, it's not getting through. Why is there army here? Anybody know? Let's try to make these comments a little bigger. Oh, we can't. Did you all see Cryford's apology to Will? Pathetic. Stupid. Dumb. It's not going to soften any of us up to you. Line has been drawn. My favorite part of that was like, well, I hope you support Karen Reed. What do you mean you hope? He has been supporting Karen Reed. I just opened a text message from one of my mods, Jen, and she said, Waze, I should go do Waze, but I opened it as I was saying Karen Reed, and I saw the W, and I went, Karen Reed. Marriage. These motherfuckers blocking the goddamn intersection. Savannah Guthrie has a new story on Instagram. Somebody go tell me what it is. Did something happen? I can't click on it. Oh my God, is there a development? Shit, where the fuck is this woman? Do they know? Do they know? Do you guys find it crazy that there's video now of this supposed cars going by at night, and why the fuck is the first time we're hearing about this 20,000 days into it? Somebody tell me, what is the latest from Nancy Guthrie? Did they find this lady while I was in court? There was a minute where everybody was in court, and then like 3 members of the mainstream media got up and walked out. And I was like, is there a breaking story that I fucking need to know about? Nobody's getting up in the middle of this. Christina left. Another person left. I was like, where are they going? I was hyper focused on what was going on in the courtroom. I promise you, once we get on the main highway, I will talk a little bit about some observations that I did not tweet about. Back to Chicago. It was nice to see some of the besties. Oh, it has updated my thing to 6:45. Great. My anxiety would be bizarrely through the roof if the temperature were 20 degrees colder. The fact that it says 45 degrees is making all the difference in this right now. Because then we'd have the new whole fear about like black ice and shit. So, all right, we're about to get on 495 South. And then nothing for nothing, but you're going to have to deal with a phone call to my household. And I know you guys fucking love it. So there's that. And then we will get into some hearing stuff. For all intents and purposes, I will most likely do a clip of the post-hearing conference for YouTube and post that and keep this live going, if that makes sense. Oh, we're on this rickety rack thing again. Ugh. Fun fact. Oh, it's saying 495 South tomorrow. Fun fact. While we're going here, let me just line the right lane. It's like, oh, we got it's 2 lanes. When I worked for Victoria's Secret back in the day, do you know how I became a manager for Victoria's Secret? I got a job working at Victoria's Secret part-time at Christmas, just for the discount and free stuff. And it was at the Swansea Mall, back when Swansea Mall was open and it was thriving. I got hired part-time, worked through Christmas, and I had another job. I was working at a daycare, an after-school program, and it was full-time. I ran an after-school site for a company, and I don't remember why or what, but I had the day off. And my manager asked me if I wanted to work during the day on that day. It must have been a holiday and we were closed. I don't really know. And so I went to work at Victoria's Secret that day during the day. And while I was there, I was just working behind the counter. Our district manager, Anne-Marie Champagne, walked in. And she's very pretty. And she was like, hi, how are you? What's your name? And I was like, I'm Jessica. And she's like, okay. And, you know, I guess, you know, she makes visits to the stores, and usually, knowing now, they go hang out in the back room a lot. But she was on the floor. She was a very hands-on district manager, and she was on the sales floor. And I was talking to customers and ringing people out and opening credit cards and shit. And she, at the end, like she was leaving, she came over and she's like, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I work at a daycare. And she's like, why don't you work for us full time? And I was like, oh, I was just part time. It's on the weekends and nights and for the discount. And she's like, you're really good. And I was like, thanks. And she's like, you should come work for us full time. And I was like, oh, I don't, never done retail before outside this, not really sure. She goes, we would train you. And I was like, I don't know. And she goes, well, let's talk next week. Come to Taunton, to the Silver City Galleria, and we'll talk. And so I went and we talked. And I kid you not, that woman put a piece of paper in front of me with an offer for money. And I was like, I will come work for you immediately. And I quit my job on the spot and became a manager for Victoria's Secret. Anyway, what made me think of it is, oh, here comes the traffic. Oh my God, the solar glare. Oh my God, nightmare. Absolute nightmare fuel. I can't see anything. I don't like this. Anyway, I trained at the Silver City Galleria. And then after that, I was supposed to stay there as the manager. And I don't know what happened. Something changed. They had a last minute change of plans. And she said, we need an assistant manager in Marlboro at the Solomon Pond Mall. And I was like, oh, that seems very far away. And I was dating Ron at the time. And Ron was like, the fuck that. He's like, if you go to Solomon Pond Mall, you tell them you need an extra $10,000 a year. And I never, ever in a million years thought that they would say yes, but they did. And they gave me an extra $10,000 a year to go to Solomon Pond Mall under the precipice that it wouldn't be permanent. I said, as soon as the first snow fell, I would want to be transferred. And they made good on it. I think it was like November. I said, I can't travel all the way out there. And they were going to transfer me to North Dartmouth Mall. And a position opened up at South Shore Plaza, which is the largest store in our region, to be an assistant manager there. And I was like, well, I'm going to need more money for that. And I got it. And I'm going to tell you something. This is 25 years ago, well, 27 years ago, because just a couple of years before Julie was born. I was making bank. I was making $52,000 a year as an assistant manager back in 1999. Ugh, those were the days. Anyway, I stayed there for a while. And then I had Julia, and then I left. And then I went back to Swansea part-time when she was born. And then I said, forget it. I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. And I filled in occasionally, semi-annual sale. I would go and help. Stayed in great contact with everybody. And then when Jack and George's dad and I were together and he got fired from his job and he refused to go get another one, I called them up and I was like, I'd like to come back. And they made me an assistant manager at Garden City in Cranston, where I met many of my friends that I am still in moderate contact with today. We had a wonderful time. Anyway, love the side stories. I'm in traffic. So let's see. We're going to be getting on 93 South in 1 mile. Oh my God, the worst. My tummy hurts. I don't want to be on this road. What's in that tanker? Flammable things? So it's a rolling bomb is what you're saying? At this point, just let the fucking sun go down. Don't let the sun go down on me. Don't let the sun, although I with someone else I see. You're just now a fragment of your life to wander free. Oh, and losing everything is like the sun coming down on me. All right. I think my opinion is I've observed Kelsey today many times. I spoke with her directly and I was observing her and I was watching her. And I've got to be honest with you. I think Kelsey is a far stronger person than even you get the picture of. I saw her interacting with her team today during that hearing and being very animated and getting points to Bradle in the moment. And I was watching her really kind of like fight for herself. And I'm not saying I didn't, I am saying that I didn't see that before. I didn't see her fighting for herself the last time. I think today, in my opinion, she's seeing glimmers of like progress and wants it all. And I don't blame her one bit for it. I think, when I asked her towards the end about, okay, so let's back. Well, I'm not going to stop this rant. At the end, when I asked her about like the bittersweet freedom that she now has to drive, her saying, well, the trial's in 3 weeks. You're damn right. Like, fuck that. She can drive. She can go and do this. She's 3 weeks away from being acquitted, right? Where she's going to get everything back. And the fact that she has lost so much, I mean, that's how I would interpret it. If it were me, that's exactly how it would be feeling. Why am I fighting for these lessened bail restrictions with a trial 3 fucking weeks away? These things should have never been in the place I should have been in this lane and I wasn't because I was chit-chatting. Here we go. So, I mean, I wouldn't be out there fucking joyous and being like, yay, I get to go to my attorney's office. Yay. No, I want to go to the fucking nail salon. I want to go to the fucking society and get my coffee. I don't want to be stuck. I don't want this fucking ankle bracelet. I don't want to test for alcohol. I want to go to court and fight for my fucking kid. Because that's the other thing. As much as the instinct is to be like with her child, the instinct is to fight for her child. And she wants to fucking go and fight. And I think it was a very interesting statement from the judge today where he was basically like, yeah, well, she can go and fight in family probate court and or Tim's like, nah, not so fast. Like, it's sticky is what he said. These stringent bail things are sticky and they've, let's back up a little bit. How long are we? We're going to be at 19 miles right here so we can chat a little bit. I think there is a certain level of fear because of what happened last time. And, we're in court and we're hearing the judge go, yeah, I don't read anything in this order that she can't drive. And Tim was like, even Tim is very wary of that. And he's going, he goes, if you're going to make a ruling on this, can I get you to put it in writing that she is not under the direct supervision of her mother at all times? And the judge had it in front of him. And while Tim was talking, he was reading it. And he was like, there's nothing in here about her not being able to drive. And I believe like the fear of bail revocation is probably made them all just be like, with McCarthy, you were just so fucking sensitive to how much she basically like exploited everything. The judge made everything it's the tightest, it's the worst, it's blah, 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 blah. And like, you're scared, right? Like, that's my take is you're scared. And you don't want to ask. The last time you asked, you went to jail. You don't want to ask. You don't want to try it. You don't want to do it. You don't want to like fucking like, I'd rather ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. You don't want to do anything. You're just fucking frozen in fear. You don't want to do anything. And Carp was looking at it and goes, I just don't see anything here. Kelsey's mom put up her hands and she's like, wait, what? Like, she doesn't need to be driven around. She doesn't need to be supervised by her mother. And so now she's got this little bit of freedom, but where is it to? Oh, you can go to your attorney's office and prepare for your fucking trial. Bitch, I would get everything brought there. Whatever you want to do, bring it there. Not that you haven't been able to do it at home, but like, you better roll out the fucking red carpet for her at the office, Tim. Okay? There's that. Then the other part about like what she can and she can't do in probate court. Now, I do wonder, would it hurt to file things in probate and just go ahead and file it and then say, hey, listen, we were in front of Judge Karp, and Judge Karp is like, yeah, I can't see there's anything in here that's saying she can't do this. So why not start filing? Why not? She can't see her child, but why not go in front of family probate and say, we're looking for supervised visitation? And then them have to go back and be like, okay, well, I get it. Like, if Superior Court is saying, like, this is the provision, if she can't see, then why would you go to family probate? And Karp seemed to make it like it's not a big deal. Almost like, why hasn't she been doing this? I think because they are the boot has been on the neck of this defense team by Judge McCarthy this whole time, instilling power and fear and weaponizing the courtroom so that they were stunted in their ability to actually even put on a defense, in my opinion. My take on it is this. Just wait until the trial. Just wait. Get off. You're not going to get found convicted. On the worst case scenario you got 1 year fucking probation, and then let all fucking hell break loose. Get out the lawsuit, start going after everybody. Fuck it. Fuck it. Get your kid back. You know what is going to happen? I'm just going to say this. Kelsey will be reunited with her son again. I said this right from the beginning. They are the Elaine, is that how she said it? Elaine, whatever. Justin's and his mother and his family are delaying the inevitable. And the inevitable is that Kelsey will be reunited with her son. And I think that these people thought that they would have ultimate custody of this child for the rest of its life. You know that they thought that because they made the motion about getting the proceeds from the sale of her house for child support, right? They thought that they were going to, like, if Justin's listening to me right now, and he's listening to anybody outside of his circle, what you should be doing right now is you better start getting your mother and yourself ready for the days away from your child when Kelsey and her family have that child, because those days are coming. It's inevitable. And I may know a little bit about this, but there should be a ton of proactive measures put in place when that does happen. I'm not kidding. You have to cover yourself in every fucking solitary thing. You cover everything. Oh my God, car accident. Nope, not quite. But wow, yuck. I said car accident. I should have said it, but it was going to be. It's going to happen. They're going to be reunited. It's going to be listen, eventually, unless, I don't know, let's just go with 50-50 custody. There's going to be a 50-50 custody situation happening here. It's going to be many days and nights that baby is going to be with his mama. And every single one of those days, they're going to be thinking 5 steps ahead of her to try to get that baby back from her. And she needs to be proactive. Everything needs to be documented, nothing verbal. Always have somebody with you at a child exchange. You do it at a police department. You never share stuff. You do everything separately. You have to put everything in writing. You want every single doctor's visit. She must receive notification of 24 hours in advance. And if it's an emergency or a sick visit, it must be made in the moment to contact Kelsey. Nothing can be done. I mean, I've lived this. I've lived it. I told you, my husband's son was baptized without my husband knowing. You have to fight for everything. You have to document everything. Oh, wait until he's in school. Wait. Everything has to be all you've got to 10 steps ahead, because they are going to be actively trying to get that child away from her. And to be quite honest with you, after you cover every single one one of those bases. You are never going to be able to control what is being said when that child is with Justin and his family. Unfortunately, it's going to take, it's a lot. It's gonna be a lot. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. I can already tell. So with that being said, I thought today we saw, listen, Judge Karp wants to stay on time. He wants to stay on task. He's willing to listen. He's willing to consider. And I thought that he made some good faith efforts today by making some changes to the bail order to at least accommodate things that directly impact what he is currently overseeing, which is the trial. Now, I'm going to give Tim Bradel a ton of credit. I felt like he was swimming upstream all hearing, right? Because he really had to, you gotta, I don't know. We've watched enough attorneys to know it's gotta be a combination of being a professional attorney, succinct, and also like casual enough so that it is like relatable and like, not for us, not for the galley, not for the media, but for the judge in a way where it's just like, it's authentic. It's got to be authentic. And I think Tim did a fantastic job today of really being authentic and talking about like, okay, so, Judge, we made a motion to recuse this judge. It was, denied or whatever, vacated, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Just letting you know, like, if this does get kicked back to her, we're going to start this all over again. And we're going to do another motion to vacate. And I said this when this happened, and I'm sure you all agree. When they put in the motion to vacate and that guy who oversaw it was basically like, you know what, it's moot. It doesn't matter because she's actually not even going to be here or whatever. I felt that wasn't enough. I felt like that wasn't enough. And Tim is a nice guy. And I think like you don't want to make waves and you don't want to be a cunt in there. But I would have been like, you know what? I really am going to need it. I need you to, you know what I mean? Like, we need it because now look what happens. Now here we are. And Karp is going, you know what? I'm not even really sure can I rule on this? There is that sort of like camaraderie and brothership between these judges where they don't want to go back and step on the other judge's toes, or they don't want to overrule them or whatever. And then you combine that with the Commonwealth, who was very adamant about changes. And he's like, you don't really know the facts. And the judge is going, well, I have seen everything in here. I've seen the police report. I've seen the stuff. So I think Karp has actually seen far more than what like the Commonwealth was purporting him to have seen. With that being said, like, okay, make your argument then. You want him to not be able to oversee the shit? Make the fucking argument as to why he can't oversee it. Or lay out the facts that you say he doesn't know so that now he has them. If you're so confident that he will still maintain it's not his jurisdiction or he shouldn't, lay them all out. That's what your job is, isn't it? Isn't it to fucking argue it? Not to be like, yeah, man, you don't really know it's not all there, so just by default the answer is no, argue it. Am I wrong on that? Maybe I don't even know what I'm talking about. Felt right. It felt right. I did not see Kelsey being overly happy. I think she was beaten down today. And if she's a petty bitch like me, I wouldn't be thrilled with the little provision. Like, wow, thank you so much. Oh my God, you mean I get to, with 2 hours notice, drive into Boston in my own car to go fight for my defense and like work on my defense? It's not like she's going to go and fucking go to Fenway and watch a fucking baseball game. So she didn't look thrilled. I'm not saying she didn't look thrilled, and that doesn't mean she doesn't look thankful. It's just not like you shouldn't. And Tim said it too in the hearing at one point. He was like, should we even have this? And judge was like, not hearing it. So I guess a little mini win. It's fine. Here, are you guys like me and getting so fucking sick and tired of like last minute shit in court? So like, they asked for the security surveillance system back. I asked that question at the end. That they've been able to go through it. And now the defense now has it back in its possession, which it was stolen, right? Stolen out of the house. Technically evidence, I guess, right? They got it back. And it's like, you get it back today. Oh yeah, we got it. It's here. Oh, okay. We've been waiting for it, but I heard my friend Phil, he was there before me. And I guess when the Commonwealth came in, before we all went to the courtroom, Kelsey's dad saw them bringing in that piece of equipment, and he saw it first, and he was like, oh, look, I guess I'm going to get my stuff back today. Just kind of nuts overall, in my opinion. Kelsey had a lot of supporters there today. I would say there were probably 50 people completely with her family, supporters. Scott McGinnis was there outside. So it was good. It was a good hearing. I think there was a little bit of pushback from the Commonwealth, Commonwealth being a little bit of a bitch there and being like, we want to know if there's going to be like an expert, like, basically like, okay, are you guys going to use the mental health defense? Because we want to, and Tim's like, yeah, you can't get your cake and eat it too. Like, you give us everything we've been fucking asking for, and we'll give you that shit. That's how it works. And that's when the judge was like, yeah, we're not going to have like a trial by ambush where you get shit out of the way. You know what? I like that idea. You got to fucking figure it out on the fly. Hi, we called a new witness. Figure it out. Be prepared. Go through every scenario. It's like what? Like, this is all about like decorum? I'm sorry. I lived through the Karen Reed fucking trial 1 and 2. There's nothing. I'm currently like, navigating through the Aiden Carney trial. There is nothing like professional about court. It's a big scam. It's like this whole thing where everybody in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts has been brainwashed to think that they have their best interests at heart. It's all done right. It's all done properly. We're following the rules. We're giving courtesy. Where? I didn't see any of that with Karen Reed, especially after we saw the fucking sidebars with Bev. Get the fuck out of here with that. I'm not buying that for 1 second. I don't buy that at all. What's with all these new apartment buildings everywhere? This is crazy. You gotta fucking house the migrants somewhere, but wow. All right, 5.8 miles until we get on at 93 South. Estimated time of arrival at home is, oh my God, how is it still 6:49? It adjusted again? I hate everything. I stop at hotel and go nights and drive home tomorrow. Jeffrey Ubers to me and he comes and drives the rest of the way. You're welcome. I was happy to go today. Felt good. Get back in it. Sparkly rabbit lady, I saw her on Twitter. She's like, this is the Jessica we love. Well, you don't get to pick and choose. You get all of it because this Jessica comes along with Bunny Jessica and shit talking Jessica and cunty Jessica. You don't get to pick. It's my life. It's my life, it's now or never. I'm gonna live forever. Hi, Janelle. It was nice to meet you. I love how Sparkly Rabbit Lady was like taking ownership of me. Like, this is the version we want. This is the version we get. Shut up. You don't own me. You don't own me. I do. We will trial. We will We're going to stay up here. We're not driving back and forth. Bye, family. I believe it is the 23rd, which is literally 2 days after I come back from vacation. I will be tan, relaxed, and ready. And I will stay up here. I'm sorry I'm chewing gum. What do you want from me? As soon as we get on 93, we are going to call Jeffrey. You know, it's never my own driving that I'm worried about. It's the others. I did not sit in front of Amanda. We had a full press box. All the news outlets were there. Mike Crawford was outside. I did not inspect his pants. I don't give a fuck. He was standing on the side of me. Amanda and her daughter were there. I mean, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I hate both of those people. I've no interest in them. If either one of them even so much as looked at me the wrong way, I would lose my shit. One of the besties is sending me a picture of her husband, Craig, and I can't wait to open that text. It says something to do with society and besties. I'm dying. I can't open it yet, Mrs. Costa, but I will. What is it? I can't read. What about Amanda? If they even looked at me the wrong way, I'd be like, don't look at me. I'm under no obligation to be kind to you. Dirty meanies. Like, I should mention too, like, I don't get into the streaming wars shit there, okay? Like, here's how I feel, just so you know, whether it's right or wrong. If there's a pool camera, I have no interest in streaming. That means somebody has a better quality fucking piece of equipment than me and a professional that is there. I don't care. I'm not interested. I did, however, at the very last second before court went into session, I did ask if I could take still photos. And that allowed me to, are you going to let me go? That allowed me to take the photos that you saw in my thread, and nobody else had that vantage point. So I'd rather live tweet and take some stills than have to fucking run a fucking live stream that everybody else is going to see somewhere else, and that's better. I don't care about that. I can't drive faster because it's back to back to back to back to back cars. Oh, Everett and Revere. I love what my husband says. It's only two things that happen in Revere. People do coke and murder. Can't talk to you right now. We're getting close to having to go on 93. Does this turn into 93? How does this work? Am I taking an exit? I can't believe it's Friday. Feels like it's Thursday. I'm not sure we're going to do a show tomorrow. I'm not sure we're going to do a show tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. I have to think. I don't know. I have to think this over. I got to assess the situation at home. I got to discuss with everybody all of the things. Would like to do a show tomorrow, but I'd like to do it early. But am I going to be too tired? Longest school vacation week ever? Correct. 2 weeks. Oh, wow. The casino looks so pretty with the sunset on it. Wow. Wow. I was talking to Georgia about it, the casino. What were we talking about? Oh, because Jimmy called me and he was at the casino, or he had just left the casino. He likes to go and have a smoke and put a 20 in a slot machine. It's his special thing. And I was like, I love casinos. And George was like, why? Like, and you don't want to glamorize a casino to a 16-year-old, right? But I just talk about how, did I say this on one of my shows? I just think is okay at a casino. Like, if everything were really truly bad in the world, nobody would be there. It's a good kind of like benchmark for like world peace. Like, if everything's okay, and if the casino is buzzing and people are there spending money, drinking, smoking cigarettes, then it's got to be okay, right? Am I wrong? Like, everything's got to be okay. That's my take on it. Everything is okay in the world, just enough that people are going to the casino. And when you're in there, the TVs have sports on, there's music playing, there's like a lot of things going on. And so how bad can the world be if everybody is there? Now, granted, everybody who's there isn't all there for casual gambling. There are people that are, spending their mortgages there, right? There are people that are addicted to gambling and are poor, or that I can't even be, listen, there's a lot of elderly people at this casino, a lot of older people. What I'm saying is, like, just let me have it in my mind that it is a good place and everything is okay. And if everybody's there and the casino is going, then everything is fine. That's my take on the casino. Everything is okay with the world for now while I'm in there, if that makes sense. So when I see the casino, I just think like that, everything's okay. We are now on that rickety rackety. Am I on 93 technically? I'm not really sure, but it's that rickety rackety part as we head into the city to go into the tunnel. I do know that I make a mistake over here somewhere and I miss something. I'm not sure. This little rickety rackety thing reminds me of when you're heading into New York on the GW Bridge. It's like the up and bottom. Stay on 93 South for 15 miles. Whatever you say. Ready for this? My time has just continued to go up. Even though I have been in the vehicle all this time and I am very far away from Lawrence, my time is now 6:52 p.m. We are still at an hour and 20 minutes left in this vehicle. I am going to tell Jeffrey to get me sweet potato sushi and some rice and some pea pods. Yes, I'm going to the Botanic Garden. Boston sand and gravel, right smack there in the middle of everything. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a crime. I don't know how that goes. Does this just stay straight? Is there a little turny I have to take? I always feel like there's a turn I missed. I don't know. Let's hope for the best. Oh, this just keeps going up. 6:53 p.m. Can you imagine? Thank you, Jessica. This is the exact way. We can't get into a car accident when everybody's going 2 miles an hour, so that's great. Stay in your lane. When I think about the fact that I am on this absolutely massive bridge, I get sick to my stomach. I just feel like human beings weren't meant to be doing these things. That's my feeling. I'm going straight under this tunnel. I'm staying straight. Okay. You know what I mean? Just feel like, I think we're supposed to be in fields. You know, that's my take. Oh, we're going straight under. Oh, so we're going to be in a tunnel. Garden looks pretty. Guys, State Street. Meredith! Is that where she works? Yeah. Do not let anyone cut you off. I'm casual right now, but I am a savage cunt. Nobody's getting my space. It's me and this Honda Civic all the way through the tunnel. That's where you work? What's Rapid 7? What's that? Their building is right here on the side of the garden. Courtyard by Marriott. Oh, I don't want to go in this tunnel in this traffic. Turtle Boy and NBC Sue had a back and forth. What? All right, we've got 14 miles on here and it's atrocious traffic. So let's call my husband. Oh my God, I missed so many calls. What the fuck? Son of a bitch! Get out of here. It's me and the Honda Civic. We're besties. Wow, this person's a fucking douchebag, huh? Good for you. Good for you. Oh, see? Somebody else beeped at him because he's being douchey. Stay in your lane. All right, let's call. Am I in my lane? Is it supposed to stay straight? I stay straight, right? Oh, yeah, that's an exit. We're just... Why is... Please leave your message for... Okay, you know what that means? I'll tell you what that means. That means Jessica is at work, Georgia has gotten to work, and my husband is sleeping. Because nobody's there to tell him not to. That's fine. We'll call the next victim on my list. Cars are speeding up, but there's still traffic ahead. Why would you get so comfortable? You know? Why get comfortable? That's an exit. We don't want that. We're just staying straight. Don't leave. Stay here. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be the reason why. It's the last day. Romance tonight. Oh, how I need you, mommy. Side me to guide me. Hold me, hold me. 'Cause when I'm bound, I'm done. I see light. Let's fucking go. We made it out of the tunnel. Blessed be the Lord, blessed be the Lord, the God of mercy, the God who saves. I shall not fear, the dark of night, nor the arrow that flies by day. He will release me from the nets of sinful men. He will protect me from their wicked hands. Beneath the shadows of his wings I will rejoice, to find a dwelling place secure. Blessed be the Lord, blessed be the Lord, blessed be the Lord, blessed be the Lord, the God of mercy, the God who saves. I shall not fear the dark of night, nor the arrow that flies by day. Fine, I'm gonna spit out my goddamn fucking gum. Happy? You made me swear right after I said the songs about the Lord and Jesus. There you go, Angela. The gum is gone. I just want to remind you, the only thing I have eaten today are 5 hash browns and a snack and bacon. But it's okay. Let me make sure your ears are all right, Angela. Anyway, let me just take a look at this before I get back into my Catholic jams. That gum is in the middle of 93, just outside the tunnel, flattened. We are staying on here for 12 miles. And then, okay, the time, I swear to fucking God, it has not moved. It still says 6:52. What the heck? How can that be? We've traveled so far. It's 5:41. Oh, wait. Why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? I'm so confused. The time is supposed to stay the same. Listen, don't worry about that. Everybody ignore every single solitary thing I said about the time. I was looking down at it quickly because I'm just, shut up. Do not respond to any. I'm watching one comment at a time. Do not respond to what I was just saying about the time not changing. Of course the time wouldn't change. I was thinking in my head the minutes should be going down. We're 1 hour and 10 minutes away from home, Home. Home. Do not spit out your gum. I did. You're getting kind of a little weirdo Jess right now, right? Because I'm just like, stay awake. We're good. We've got this. Meow, meow, meow. Let's find my husband who's hiding from me. That's great. You can be at home on that couch right now ignoring that call, but I find you. Jack Walker. And if I fail with Jack Walker, we move on to Mima. We have a third weapon. Hello, Jack.
Hi.
It's your mom.
Hi, Mom.
I'm live streaming so people can hear you, but that's neither here nor there. Where are you?
At the house.
Oh, who brought Georgia to work?
Eva.
Thank you. Is Jeff home?
Yeah.
Okay, what's he doing? Do you know?
Probably rotting.
Okay, is Abby there?
Yes.
Hi, Abby. Hi. Are you going to be home for dinner? What's your plan?
We were gonna go get something, but
Okay.
okay.
I will not be home for another hour or so.
Okay.
So go get your things. I still need to Venmo you from this morning.
Uh-huh.
Where are you going to eat? Do you want me to Venmo you money for dinner?
If you want.
I'll Venmo you $40 total.
Okay, sure.
Okay. And then I would be so inclined. And then are you coming home after you eat?
Probably.
Are you working tomorrow?
Yes.
What time?
10 to like 8.
Ew. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you later then.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Love you. Okay. Time to call Mima. We will get an update on Nancy Guthrie. and an update on Georgia.
Hello?
Hi, Mom. Hi. I'm in the car and I'm live streaming, but I'm just calling everybody while I'm in between in traffic and stuff. You brought Georgia to work, obviously, on time. She's all set.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm at Stop and Shop after I dropped her off. I'm on my way now.
Oh, okay. Is there an update in the Nancy Guthrie case? Because I saw Savannah Guthrie released something new. Do you know what it is?
No, it's just that she,
What?
the other day,
Oh,
$1 million.
yeah, I know that. Okay.
When they got a video from a house a couple of streets over that they never checked, and it shows cars going by the back road at night, so they're going to check them out because it's around the time. But they don't know how much they can see of it. They showed it on there, but it's just a car going by in the dark. You know what I mean? There's a few cars, they said it showed.
Yeah. All right.
And that's about it. That's all I know.
Okay. All right. I'll be home like another hour or so.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
That's it. Bye.
Okay. Bye. 11 cars were captured on the footage. Do you think Jeffrey will take me to Yamoto when I get home so I can have the sweet potato sushi and all of the foods at the place? Yes or no? I mean, we could call a second time right now and try to wake him up. We also have like another lethal option, which is we call the work phone. And Jeffrey always picks up the work phone because he's not on call, but it's beneficial for him to answer the work phone. So if he's sleeping, he would wake up hearing the work phone. We don't need to do that. We really don't need to call him at all. I want to talk. I want to just touch base. I want to be like, hey, what's going on? How'd everything go? How's everything? Blah, 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 blah. But I'm not even close to home yet, so it doesn't matter. Let's give him a full extra hour to sleep. Did you say tell your mama you love her when you say goodbye? My mother has not said I love you in my whole life. I've never heard my mother say I love you. Ever. It's not a complaint. I'm just telling you. That's not how things work. Don't make me call TT and get that on record because it just doesn't happen that way. Sorry. Did you ever say it first? Listen, please don't do this right now. I'm pretty confident. Okay, I see somebody said me neither ever. Right. It's the baby boomers. They are just, it is what it is. Just please, I'm not doing it. I did. Oh, a chopper just went over me overhead. Wow, cool, fun. I did. I've said I love you to my mom when she was in the hospital. When we found out she had AFib, I was very worried about my mom. Just so you know, my love language is every single solitary day before I do anything else. After I am done checking to make sure all my children made it through the night, I check and make sure my mother made it through the night. Did somebody just ask if anybody have any gum? Son of a bitch. If I started saying love you, mom, I don't even know how that would work. What would happen? I don't even know how that would work. She'd probably just be like, oh my God. She'd probably, if I said, okay, mom, bye, love you, she'd get mad at me. She'd be like, why the fuck are you doing that? Like that I'm making her feel guilty about it. Like that's how that would happen. It would be a whole thing. It was a plane flying over our head. I will be in one of you soon. I'm going on a vacation. I don't know if you've heard, but I have a listener and she is my fairy godmother and she is wonderful. And she has gifted me a vacation to Pensacola, Florida, which apparently has the most beautiful beaches in the United States of America. I'm on 93. I don't know exactly where, but I will tell you, let me tell you, exit 11B. It's right where all of the planes start taxiing in, and they're pretty low, actually. I love it. It's okay. I'm not mad at you, bestie. You miss TT? TT worked today for the first time all week. She's been in the lap of luxury at home. I don't like trucks. I always wonder who's behind the wheels. I just want to sing. I just want to play my playlist and sing, and I can't because of stupid copyright. If I sing over it, oh yeah, we tried that with the Hamilton soundtrack, and I got in trouble. Forget it. You'll be back. You say, price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry at the sight of your tea, something by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. I've got that all wrong. I think I officially no longer need. I'll just keep it. I know we gotta go through the Braintree. Right there goes a plane. 94, New Jersey. I like New Jersey. Just had a Mike Minogue door knocker. Oh, really? Don't get me started. Do I know who Mike Minogue is? Yes. Is that Heather? Was it you? I missed the comment. We're kind of at a standstill right now. Price of my love is not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry, tea that you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. You have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. You say my love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. But no, don't change the subject. 'Cause you're my favorite subject. My sweet, submissive subject. My loyal, royal subject. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war for your trust. It's Meowser. Hi, Muzzy. Hi, Muzzy.
Hello, Maisie.
Hi, Muzzy. I got you on speaker and I am on the live stream. Hi, I called you. Hi. What are you doing? Were you sleeping?
No, phone was downstairs.
Oh. I'm in terrible traffic.
Yep.
I believe I will be home at 7 o'clock. 6:53, actually.
Sounds all right.
George is at work. I'm assuming my mother, she's at Stop and Shop, so her car is dug out and everything's good with that.
Okay.
Do you have my debit card? Okay.
So do you.
Okay. I have my other one. I just was getting out of the parking garage and realized I needed to like move money from my savings to that debit card I have, which I very rarely use anymore.
Okay.
Okay, Maz, are you in a good mood or yes or no? 50-50?
Fine.
Okay. Mouse, can we go get the sweet potato sushi?
Huh?
Can we go to Yamoto when I get home to go eat? Just to go eat? Or are you hungry? You can't wait? I have not eaten all day. Not that I made a mistake. I knew. All I got was Dunkin' and a snack and bacon and hash browns, and that was at like 11:15. Okay. You.
So,
Anything else, Mother?
I don't like to discuss personal plans.
Do you want me to mute them so they can't hear us and we can continue this conversation? They won't mind. Hold on.
I don't believe you.
You can tell. I'm going to mute them. Hold on, besties.
Okay. Jeff just wanted to talk more meowsy and he's embarrassed. And I was talking more meowsy and I was embarrassed. Couldn't go Mach level 10 meowy. If you don't know, I have discussed that the meow language is a marriage saver, just in my opinion. When I talk to my husband, if he talks in meow, then I know he is in a good mood and everything is fine, and we can breach subjects like, please take me to Yamoto to eat sweet potato sushi. If when he called me back, he responded, you called, we don't bring it up. We don't bring it up. We don't. We let him handle the conversation. Just do it. I'm not in a fighting mode. I don't really fucking care. But when he called me back, he was meowy. And so that means it's a go. It's actually a simple way to get something across, but not with real words. It is a lifesaver for my husband who struggles with communication skills. They're actually non-existent. So we've had to essentially put him in physical speech therapy where he does meowing. And the tone of the meow also indicates, like, if the tone of the meow when he first started was like really great and it wasn't, but like really great, then it could have been like, meow, so are we going to go out to eat and then we're going to go see now? No, we weren't there yet. We weren't there and we won't get there today. But the meowing works. Just trust me, or don't trust me. I don't really care. It is what it is. Cations. We're not in Cations, Jeffrey, yet. We're weekend Cations. God help the real Cations, Jeffrey. God help us with the 6-day Cations, Jeffrey. Even through the past 10 years, we've never gone on. I have not been away from my children this long ever. It's always some sort of parenting going on in a span of 4 days, 5 days, 4 maybe. I don't even think I've ever gone 5. We're going to go 6. Yikes. Anyway, go meow to your husband and then report back. Go meow to your husband and then report back. See what he says. Also, you can lick him. Sometimes Jeffrey will not use words and he will just stick his hand in my face, or the back of his hand, and I do a little kitty lick, and that also works. Fuck this motherfucking traffic. Holy fucking shit. Fucking misery. Yeah, licking works. Little lick. I was going to do a whole show tonight on today, but today's obviously taken way longer than I planned. So I think tomorrow we're going to do maybe we'll do Jeff Machado show and just do the Kelsey stuff from start to finish, read over the motions, talk about all the things. What's going on over here? You're an hour and 46 minutes behind. Welcome. A lot of that was conference outside. Oh my God. You had a facial today? Ugh. Romy paid my parking. Also, Romy's very tall, just so you know. She's tall. And she had a great bag. It was a leather bag with a fucking great strap on it. And she had on a camel wool long coat and has unbelievable style. In case you all needed to know. Are we talking about the mothers and the I love yous? I didn't say it was bad. I've allowed it. I've accepted it. when I get home, I am going to get out of these dress pants and I am going to put on my black leggings and my new USA sweatshirt and my Ugg boots. And I'm going to put my hair up in a fucking clip. And I'm going to go to the Chinese restaurant in town and I am going to order sweet potato sushi and the rice that they have there and maybe dumplings. And I'm going to have a Shirley Temple. Go ahead. You know what? It would be a really good time to do. It'd be a good time to take 2 Tylenol. Because I am not going to be feeling good in a little while. I can tell you that already. If you don't like it, look the other way. Look the other way. I know I put the whole bottle in here somewhere. Thank you to my besties who used my lint roller on the back of my jacket today when we were in the courthouse. What is sweet potato sushi? I'm not kidding. I just guzzled 2 of these ibuprofen right out of the bottle. And the lady on the side of me just looked at me like, what the fuck is that girl doing? Mind your business. I'm getting ahead of the inflammation. Yes, Yamoto is the place next to J Pedal. It is a old diner that you would think would not work to be a Chinese restaurant, hibachi restaurant, but it is. I don't think they actually do the hibachi at the tables, but we usually sit at the bar area, which is kind of small. And anyway, the food is very good. And they do sweet potato sushi. So it's like a sweet potato sushi roll. So it's a roll with the rice and the seaweed. And it's got carrots, avocado, and sweet potato, not pieces. It's mashed sweet potato inside the roll. And then they roll it. I like mine with the little slice of pickled ginger on it and some of the soy sauce. Truth be told, I could eat 2 fucking orders of it. They're very tiny, but they're very, very good. It's my fave. Also, Stop and Shop now in Somerset also makes sweet potato sushi, but like it's cooked, but it's thin, it's sliced, and then it's in the roll. It's not quite the same. Something about the sweet. Oh, and I think it's got sesame seeds on the outside. I love a good sesame seed. Yeah, I love sweet potato sushi. We are now just getting to like the split where it goes Cape Cod to the left and we stay on 93 to the right. We have to make our way from the furthest right lane to the furthest left lane because then we get on 24 on 24. Is this too much? Is it too boring? Is it dull? Are people interested in this? Should I just end this? Remember, this is more for me than it ever was for you. I don't want to be alone in the car. I don't like traffic. Melissa, you're saying you're good, you're okay. It's safe to say I do not need my other phone for directions, so let's shut that off. Okay, perfect. You're saying 500 people on YouTube. I don't even want to tell you what my thing says on my side. It says 3,552, and I'm hoping that that's not the case because that's giving me a little bit of stage fright. If that is the case, and there's over 3,500 people here, you're getting, actually, you just get what you get. All right, we shut that down. Now we can put this phone down because we don't need that anymore. And now we have to focus on getting to the left-hand lane. Now we're going to sit up straight, put our hair back behind us, foot on the brake almost the whole time because that's the way I fucking move through this. And let's just get over there. Speaking of South Shore Plaza and my days of Victoria's Secret, there it is over there. I loved my favorite thing to do at Victoria's Secret. I had two favorite things to do. Oh shit, we gotta start making a move. Hi, it's me. Can you let me in? It'd be so nice of you. Please, thank you. One down, two to go. If this were daytime, I could do my winky wink. Thank you. And we could maybe get over with just some glances, but it's under the cloak of darkness. So we have nothing to go on other than proper road and highway traffic decorum with a proper use of blinkers, spacing, and you're going to let me go? Yes. 2 out of 3. Technically, we can stay in this one. We'll just stay here. Stay in the comfort of my lane. No need to get aggressive. Thank you, Sky Daddy. And because of that, we are going to let this car go ahead. Let's do a little light. We'll do a little light. You can go. I was blessed with drama-free lane changes, and therefore I shall bless you with one as well. You delete your comment where you say, I may have fallen asleep on 24 on 24. That is going to get into the algorithm and people are going to say it's boring. And then I'm going to have to start talking about Jen Altman again. Hey, watchers, I'll be doing a show on my family's cult journey tomorrow, sometime after Jess. Let me just tell you something. If you haven't heard about this, you should. It sounds gimmicky, but it's actually not. It's a real situation. And it's very interesting. Logan Express is over here on my left-hand side. I will see you in 2 weeks. No sleep. What's the name of the band? Oh, I wish. I'm sorry. It went by very quickly. Did somebody say that Jen Altman is a mod for Mike Crawford? I'm going to need somebody to go back and tell me if that's true. Did I just see that? Maybe I read that wrong. I'll wait until I see something before I say what I'm thinking. Mindy doesn't think so either. Just me, Mandalee. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. You are kidding me. Dude, Dusty Rose LA, listen to me. Number one, I am going to need a screenshot of that fucking blue wrench. That girl is such a wrench whore. She can't fucking help herself. Second of all, how badly have you fallen from fucking grace where you are now slumming it in the bowels of the YouTube world where there's a handful of people watching and you're a mod? He doesn't even need a fucking mod. He doesn't even need a mod. There is something wrong with that woman. I absolutely fucking love this. There's got to be, there's got to be some sort of like a children's storybook lesson here in this. Like blue wrenches don't mean anything. A true life story. And like you talk to a little kid about like the need for like wanting Attorney 3411, listen, I am starving. I haven't eaten. I am hungry, my belly hurts, and the gum was helping me, but I had to spit it out in the middle of the fucking highway because people were getting angry. Wow, I can believe Jennifer Altman got another wrench. How fucking pathetic. Oh my God. That is just, I can't. I can't. Whew. She was talking shit about me in whose chat yesterday? Jen Altman was talking shit about me in whose chat? Was it in Melanie Little's chat? She wouldn't be in Melanie Little's chat. I thought I saw Mel's. She was in Melanie Little's chat? And she was talking shit about me in Melanie Little's chat? Okay. Good fucking luck. Poor little Jen Altman with a zero platform needs to go and whore herself out wherever she can so her voice can be heard. You got a lot of work to do to catch up, Jen. A lot. Got like 43,000 followers you got to get on Twitter to come and get me. Come and catch me. And you're gonna need 10,000 subs. And you're gonna need 3,000 Substack subscribers. I have 60 subscribers on my X. I can't even believe that. I got a payment from X and I was like, where is this from? I have 60 subscribers on X. Is she back on Twitter? I don't know. Ugh. Well, this truck in front of me is like the Mary Teresa of fucking lane changes, and it's just letting literally everybody go in front. Oh wait, is this lane blocked off? Because everybody is trying to get in this lane. I'm assuming there's something going on over here. Is that true? And everybody came into, what's going on? I won't dare go into the left lane. Oh, there is a police officer. Let's go check it out. Let's see what's happening. What's going on? Let's see. Oh, flares. We've got flares, everybody. 2 flares and a state police officer who is in the middle of the road. It's a bus, and he is looking at the bus, which has lots of, oh my God, it looks like students. Oh my God, that's giving me anxiety. It's like a coach bus. Check on your kids. We are almost at 24. Melanie Little would never allow that. If you're just joining us, this is a continuation of the post-hearing conference that we did today at Lawrence Superior Court after the Kelley Fitzsimmons hearing, which I thought was a very arduous but productive hearing. If you haven't heard or you're not up to date, the basics is that the judge was questioning whether or not he should be the one making changes to the conditions of the bail. But he was reasonable enough to say that without objection from the Commonwealth, that he would make some rulings on her ability to leave the home with less than 48 hours notice, which is what she had previously had in place. I love that the probation guy said, listen, we usually put 24 hours, like in extreme circumstances. But she went from 48 hours to 2 hours notice. And she has to alert probation so that they can make adjustments or no because she has the ankle brace on. I'm not sure if it's clear. He said that he works on the weekends. Bradel works on the weekends, Abby. So she can't call probation on the weekends because they're closed. So it has to be during regular business hours that she alerts them to the change. And so the judge was kind of saying that. He's like, hey, I know you work on the weekends, but she would have to alert them during the week, during business hours, that she was going to be doing this on the weekend. And Tim goes, well, I can give you a schedule. And the judge, who is smart as a whip and sharp, goes, I thought that that's the reason why you were asking for this change, which is you don't have a schedule and you need it to be spur of the moment. And Tim, well, he went right quick to it. And he was just like, well, I can be, but this with 2 hours notice, it's giving me a lot more flexibility. I don't buy it for a second, Tim Bradel. But anyway, it sounds to me as if on a Friday, she calls probation and says, listen, on Saturday from, 9 to 12, I'm going to be at Tim Bradel's office. She can go on the weekends. So there's that. I will most likely, after dinner, catch up on all of the things on the internet. Because Georgia is working tonight until fucking midnight, and that means I will have to stay up and wait for her to go and pick her up. This is why I'm not sure about tomorrow. I'm not sure about the show situation because I'm not going to get to bed until like 12:30. Unless Jeffrey Yowzer will pick her up for me and I can go nights. I would have to say something like, I want to do a show tomorrow because that's money. And I want to try to come close to my January number. And if I skip a show on Saturday, then that's not good. So I would like to work because I need the ad revenue. And he may say, fine, go to bed and I'll go pick her up. We'll see. We'll see. We're officially on 24. Hi, welcome to 24 on 24. I'm your host, Jess Machado, where I give you an update on all things Karen Reed. These are the days you might feel with laughter. Natalie Merchant, what? 10,000 Maniacs? What? Corner lights sneeze. That's Tori Amos. Cecilia. Is that Paul Simon or Simon and Garfunkel? I don't know. Graceland by Paul Simon is one of my definite top 10 albums of all time. It might be my top number one. It might be my number one album of all time. I also saw Paul Simon at Great Woods the year he toured with the Graceland album. Greg. I also saw Eric Clapton twice. Shea Stadium. Saw Billy Joel and Elton John at Shea Stadium, I believe. I've seen a ton of concerts. Do you want me to go through the list? It'll be a good distraction. My first concert was Richard Marx. Oceans apart, day after day, and I slowly go insane. All right, Richard Marx. I can't remember. Elton John. New Kids on the Block at the Warwick Musical Theater, I think, or something. I don't know. Timmy T opened for him for New Kids on the Block, I believe. TT would know. Janet Jackson during the Rhythm Nation tour. More Elton John. Paul Simon at Great Woods for the Graceland album. Peter Gabriel around that same time, if not the same summer, the album So, when it came out. I've seen Bon Jovi. I've seen Don Henley, Sting, Melissa Etheridge, Indigo Girls, Kings of Leon, Dave Matthews Band, Doobie Brothers, Tiffany, Paula Abdul, Steve Miller Band, Black Label Society, Marilyn Manson, Danzig, Finger 11, Ray LaMontagne, David Gray, Bush, 311, Dropkick Murphys, Jackson Brown, I saw Don Henley alone in Atlantic City, but I also saw the Walden Woods concert. Whoever was at that. Oh, I saw, fuck is the name of what's the band that Harry Styles was in? Saw them with Julia. Sublime. One Direction. Saw One Direction. I saw a bunch of country artists, but I can't remember their name. I can't remember. That was maybe half hour left. What a day. All right. We're fading. We're fading fast. I've not seen Liza Minnelli. Thank you for asking. Oh, I've seen Kenny Chesney. Hang in, I can do it. What was my favorite part of the day? I very much enjoyed my drive in. If you did miss the beginning, I did a 24 and 24 on the way in. It was very luxurious. I was talking about what a different kind of a day it is driving to a court hearing now than it was during Karen Reed. I was so, everything was just harder during Karen Reed. I didn't have a car, or I was borrowing a car, renting a car, or I had my old car. I didn't have any money. So you know, even driving up there, sometimes I would have to make sure I had the money to put gas in my car to drive up there. And then also, like, I used to feel guilty because I wasn't making any money. So I always felt guilty driving up there. I didn't feel any guilt today. I actually felt like it was my obligation to go to make sure that people got a great set of eyes on what was going on in the courtroom and afterwards. And so, best part of my day was the drive in. Second best part of my day was seeing the besties. I got to see my friend Phil, and I got to meet Romy in person. I saw Crystal again, met a new friend. I don't want to be mean to him, but I cannot remember what he said his name was, but he said he was going to text me. And talking to the besties. Third best part of my day will be going to eat dinner with Jeffrey and get sweet potato sushi. Oh, yes, go to trial. So trial is slated to begin for Kelsey on, I believe it's March 23rd, correct? That's the Monday after I come back from vacation. I'm going to start taking a peek at where to stay up there and just stay. They're saying 3 days, so stay a couple nights, or maybe 3. We'll go up the night before. If anybody is in the area, grab dinner one of those nights. I think it'd be great to do. I won't give too much detail, but as I was getting ready to leave, we had walked out, the presser was over, we were heading to our cars, and I went and pulled Courtney aside. It's the first time I've I've seen her, but we haven't spoken. But I went over to her and I said that I wanted to thank her for putting me on the list to get all of the press releases, and that I appreciate that she was keeping me in the loop and including me in things again. And we had a nice off the record conversation. You know, it's just, yeah, it's so obviously I haven't spoken to Courtney or Tina since last fall when we found out that Tina was behind that burner account. I did text the group chat. I texted them, and I think it was a week afterwards. And I said, you know, I'm struggling with this. I did talk about it though on my show. And so it is what it is. My thing is, my loyalty is to Aiden. And at the time, if Aiden was drawing lines in the sand and did not want Courtney on his case anymore, he did not want to speak to Tina anymore, that combined with, I thought was, you know, a pretty big deal, which is, you know, being dishonest about this burner account and some of the things that it did or whatever, you know, guys know how I am. I cut ties immediately. It's a loyalty thing, and that's it. And, you know, I'm not saying I said mean shit about them when I talked about them. I gave my piece on it, which was I was friendly with them. I considered them friends. Tina, you know, came to my court hearings with Holly McNamara and helped me. And many times, I mean, the problem is I missed having them a part of my day because it was just, they were part of my everyday. I talked to them every day. So it is what it is. You know, but it was nice to see Courtney. It was nice to at least touch base, and I'm happy with this. I'm happy with being able to go there and not be uncomfortable. I'm not uncomfortable, but like, you know, I didn't ask questions, I think, at the first one because I wasn't sure if like Tim was like going to ignore me. I know he's professional. I just, you know what I mean? I didn't know. I didn't want to I didn't want to ask any questions. But at the same time, without sounding like the cocky bitch that I am, like there's nobody up there that's covering it the way that I can cover it. There's nobody like that's really in depth and reading and understanding and like nothing for nothing, but even some of the questions like the main press asked were so like fake and generic. I hate that shit. You know, like I just didn't love it. And so I don't know. I just feel like there's nobody that does it as good as me. No, you know, nobody does it better. And so I want to be there. And so, and that's not why I'm trying to smooth the situation over with Courtney. I wish it wasn't that way, but at a minimum, I would like to just be able to go and not worry about pissing anybody off. I'll piss off Capri Sun and Crawford all day long. I don't give a fuck about them. I mean, like Courtney, Bradel, or Kelsey. It's counterproductive to what the whole thing is there. But I definitely felt like I was fucking back in my element today. Like fucking let me type, let me take pics, let me post, let me tell you what nobody else is telling you. Let me ask some questions and do my thing. And I love doing that. It's great. It's a great little gig. So that was good. We're healing. Yeah, I mean, I felt like the mainstream media was like really hitched on like the video and like Justin being charged. And no doubt that video being released yesterday or the day before is what kind of provoked them all to show up. Because to be quite honest with you, I've never seen that kind of press at the last hearing that they weren't there. So it's like, okay, great. Like now you guys want to come? Psh, I don't even really care about that. That's a separate issue. To me, it's more about like Kelsey. Do you know what I mean? And then also like her dad standing behind her holding the fucking thing. I'm like, what's that? I knew what it was, but I was just want to make sure. I was like, is that what I think it is? You know? The hearing today was on, I just believe, like an update on discovery, things that they were supposed to have turned over from the Commonwealth to Tim that they had not done yet. I love that Tim's like, yeah, it's like 8 things they haven't given to me, and it's really like 5 or 4, but I love a good exaggeration. It's a little bit of drama, a little sprinkle of drama in there. It's like 8 things. And the Commonwealth at the end was just like, I just want it on record. It's actually not 8 things. It's like, shut up. Turn the shit over. You don't get a gold star for doing what you're supposed to do. Just turn it over. We've already been down this path. We know how this goes. Commonwealth is weird. Weirdos. Dude. Hank Brennan in the fucking elevator. Did I talk about this? I don't know. I've been in the car for so fucking long. Hank Brennan in the elevator. When we go in, we're going up to the 3rd floor. Crystal, me, and Romy, we're getting in the elevator. The door opens, and there's Hank looking snazzy. And I went, oh, look who's here. And he's smiling. I was like, hi. He's like, hi. I was like, how are you? And he's like, I'm doing good. Romy and Crystal looking at me like shit in the fucking door. And he's like, where are we going? We're going to 3. He stopped at 2. 3 free Karen readers get into an elevator with Hank Brennan. Crystal was like, I hope I'm saying, is it Crystal? Can you imagine if I'm saying the wrong name? I meet so many people. She's like, I so badly wanted to take out my phone and take a selfie. What could he have done? We were trapped in an elevator. Love in an elevator. We just passed the double Burger Kings on 24 on 24, which means we are essentially in the home stretch. 20 minutes to go usually. We're doing a casual set 65 miles per hour. We don't go above that. I don't fuck with that. My Jeep Cherokee is the real MVP today. We're not quite home, but thank you so much for being a wonderful vehicle and transporting me to port safely and home. Also, shout out to everybody who's being a responsible driver today. Love that for all of us. We're almost home, everybody. It's okay. Do we have anybody else that we can call? You want to? We don't need to call TT. I don't know what TT is doing. She's probably out to dinner too. They like to go out to the Portuguese restaurants in New Bedford. Oh, I love my car. I'm so thankful for my car. Had a little hiccup. Needed to go get fixed, but they fixed it. No lights on the dash. Clear dashboard. No, I don't think he was not there for that. Martha Coakley said he is not there for that. Martha Coakley with her monotone colored outfit, like that deep wine color. She had on a wine shirt. She had on a wine blazer. I think, did she have pants? She had pants, wine pants, and then she had the deep wine boots. So funny. I'm not a shoe girl, but I always look at everybody else's shoes. I'm not a shoe girl because this is true reality. I'm not kidding you. I just never could afford good shoes when I was like a stay-at-home mom. I could not afford good shoes. I could not justify it. Like, shoes are probably one of the consistent things I skimped on when I was a stay-at-home parent. I would just buy cheap shit, and that's it. As a matter of fact, my kids bought me my Uggs last year for my Christmas present. I cried when I opened them. Because I'd never had a nice pair of shoes like that before. I'm just not a big, I don't like spending money on it. It's just covering my feet. That's it. I almost went and got a pair of New Balance sneakers and rent them yesterday, and Georgia talked me out of it. Was this traffic? Please no. Okay, just a little bit of a backup on the exit over here. But I just have a hard time spending money on nice shoes. It's just a waste of money. It's just serving a purpose to make sure I'm not barefoot. I did buy like good pair, not even good. I still got them. I got them on Amazon. I'm sorry. For Karen Reed, but that was Karen Reed too. Okay, here's the truth be told. I wore a pair of black shoes to Karen Reed 1. They're the shoes that I wore today. Okay, they are a wedge heel, round toe with patent leather toe, and it's just a slight wedge of a heel. Super comfortable. The heel of the shoe is so worn from the trial that I had to glue gun it back on. Now, casual observers of me probably were looking at my fat ass and not looking at the shoe. But if you looked under close examination, you would see that the heels of both of those shoes are glue gunned in, just whatever. Knowing that, I decided to buy almost identical. Those were from TJ Maxx, but almost identical style shoe for trial 2. Okay. I bought a pair of black and a pair of camel shoes. Okay. Now they were $30 each, and it was a big deal for me, just so that you know. And I just wanted to be comfortable, but I also wanted to step up my fashion a little bit for trial 2, a little bit more press, whatever. Anyway, on the day after the trial, I always used to take my shoes and I would always put them on a shelf because I have dogs, right? Well, the day after the trial, I was so tired. I just left my shoes. Fucking Quincy ate them. That's the point of the story. Quincy ate the fucking shoes. And therein lies my whole issue with buying shoes. I bought these shoes, serve their purpose. They're super cute. If you ever see the picture of us at Julia's graduation when she got her master's at Bridgewater, I've got this great blue and white striped dress on. It's got a collar and buttons. I have on the camel colored shoes and the camel belt, and it is a great outfit. I love it. The dress was from Walmart. The shoes and the belt are from Amazon. Quincy ate those fucking shoes. I have a really great pair of like wellies, like rain boots that I got at Salvation Army for like $6. If it rains, I wear those. I've had them for years. And I have a really great pair of cowboy boots that I bought when I went to Tennessee when Georgia was like two years old. So 15 years ago. And I bought those in Tennessee for like $200, and I have worn them. There's holes in the soles. Speaking of that, Diamonds on the Soles of Her Shoes is one of the songs on the Paul Simon Graceland album that I referenced earlier in this car ride. We are getting a little weird. We are so close to home. We're on exit 16, Padiddleford Street. Some people call it Paddleford Street. I call it Padiddleford. I don't even know if that's the way to say it. Also, the road gets narrow over here because there's this fucking construction project that is a mess. Anyway, 2 hands. You just got a job taking care of an elderly lady, and she has a ton of Pyrex. They usually do. She's probably got that's the good stuff. That's the stuff I'm talking about. Oh my God. Do not come into somebody in the breakdown lane trying to come. You've got to go faster than that. You've got to be at the same speed as the rest of us to merge in. I will yell at my kids. They're not doing anything wrong, but I'm going to yell at them. I'm going to tell them when you're doing that. That lady probably has the best of the collections, and I will eventually find it one day at Savers or Salvation Army when the family comes and cleans out her house and they move her in with them, and they don't appreciate it. Besties appreciate it now. I just want to let you all know there is a Mahjong weekend taking place in Newport. There are 4 ladies, and they have made this their whole identity. So let's go back to the Mahjong thing, because we're going to need to talk about this for a second. We've made a critical mistake with Mahjong, just so you know. We are too fucking poor for Mahjong, hands down. We should have known when we Googled the cost of the Mahjong set, and it was $495. I just want to let you know, we not like say I splurged and I bought it, which I'm not going to do. Believe me, like not even close. Or let's say I found a cheaper version and I did get the Mahjong tiles. We are too poor to sit at these tables. These women are tricked out in Lily Pulitzer. They don't work. They are living off of generational wealth, and it's like that lady, the Coco Palm Beach lady or whatever, that Lulu Palm Beach lady, whatever. We are too poor. So we are backing away from Mahjong simply because I already have gentlemen in my life reminding me that I am a poor fat slob, and I don't need to go and sit with a bunch of judgmental women wearing cropped white pants and gold sandals to make me feel less of a person. Chances are it's harder than it looks anyway. That's what some of the besties said. So don't even talk about the library ladies. I didn't want to go because I was afraid gentleman was going to fucking call there or go and do something with the ladies. I just didn't want to get involved. That being said, I did find something else that we can do. Okay, similar in style, similar in like the bonding, similar in its unique, but this is a little crafty. Would you be interested? Would you be interested in doing needlepoint with me? I'm just asking because there is a thing going on with needlepoint as well. No rage rooms, Romy. Would you do needlepoint? Now, this is a thing. It's getting overshadowed and overlooked by Mahjong. But needlepoint, hear me out, is cheaper. Okay. So here's how this started with my algorithm. Just so you know, there is a girl, and I don't know what her name is. Turns out I was following her only for the updates on this specific thing. And I did not know that she like actually does needlepoint for a living or has a business or whatever. But she purchased a Fendi needlepoint bag. So it is a purse from Fendi. It's kind of like an envelope style bag that you have to needlepoint the whole thing. And so she got it and she was like, I don't know what my design is going to be. I'm not sure. And so I was watching every one of her updates where she talked about what the design was going to be. And she opted to do cherries on it. And it's like a denim blue color with cherries. And then it took her forever. It took her forever to do it. So she gets the bag. You buy it from Fendi. They send it to you. So she's needlepointing the bag. And I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, I checked in all the time. Yes, I wanted to see her progress. Did I love the design? I really didn't. It's not what I would have done. I wouldn't have done that, but fine. She did it. And she finally gets it done. And I'm like, it's okay, but is this supposed to be a practical bag? It's kind of got no form. It's got no shape. She sends it back to Fendi and they line it with leather, including the strap, which she did the strap as well. And they line it with leather. And so we're waiting for that to come back in, and it finally comes back in. And to be quite honest with you, I don't think it fucking made much of a difference. It's just a leather lined monstrosity, and it has no form and shape. And she like tries to fold it, just has no form. It's too flippity floppity, whatever. Anyway, I have been following her, but as a result, I've got a lot of needle points in my algorithm now. And I follow another lady and she has a whole store, and it's basically the patterns and all of the string. And she also has tables and they all get together. And now there's like a kitschy video where it's like, what kind of needle pointer are you? And they're like, are you the one that like starts a needle point and doesn't finish and just starts a new one? Are you the kind of needle pointer that you do it and everybody's talking and then you look up and she's done? Like now there's personalities associated with needlepoint. I don't know what one I am because I've never done it before. I sew, like I hand sew things all the time. As a matter of fact, if you recall my show and tell, I shared Jack and George's Bubby's sewing kit, which was her mother Gussie's sewing kit. It's also not even a really good sewing kit. It's not what it could be, but I use it because of nostalgia. So I'm not adverse to hand sewing. Oh, I remember another kind of needle pointer. Are you the kind of needle pointer that licks the thread before you needle it or you thread it or whatever? Is this car going to let me get, you see the police, right? You see everybody's got to get over into the left-hand lane. That's it. Just don't, it's all right. Don't make room for me. We're good. We are good. The police are actually getting into the lane. I'm going to be the one to slow down and let them get ahead of me. I could just feel God patting me on the head when I did that. So anyway, I think we may move on to needlepoint. There's some really great little designs out there. And then, you can do all different types of things. You can make coasters. You can make ornaments. I am in particular looking to make Christmas stockings, all needlepoint with my children's names on them. And replace, like, I want to keep their Christmas stockings with me. And so don't want them to feel compelled to take them. Like Julia was sniffing around to try to take hers. No. I'll make you and your soon to be husband your own stockings with needlepoint. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking. We can be in a needlepoint gang. Not to be confused with this other thing that's going around, which is like a punch thing where you just put like thread into like punching, because Julia was like into that. No. Is needlepoint the same as cross stitch? I'm not really sure. Guys, we are getting closer. Oh, wait, I'm passing Greg's house now. I'm on the highway, but it's over there on the right. And Julia's house in a minute. We are getting so close to home. I can feel it. Thanks for hanging out with me, besties, so I'm not be by myself. What's Swedish weaving? What's that mean? If I wasn't so hungry and tired, I would take this exit and go see Julia. Just pop in and be like, hi. Never a dull moment. Why? What? What's been so fucking thrilling about this 2-hour fucking ride? Nothing. I'm feeling like weird. Been in the car too long. Feel like I lived a lifetime. You know the feeling. Does anybody have a remedy for night sweats? Is it related to menopause? Because nothing. Kind sheets. And I have a really great fan on the side of my bed from Amazon. I had a fan on the side of my bed. It was like one of the kids' fans, small one that clipped onto like your bed, like it could go above them. I had that on the side of my bed, and that poor thing, thank you for your service. It died. The motor just died on it. And I sprung for a really nice fan, and it's got a nice whirring sound. I can't not sleep. I can't sleep without a fan. It's probably why I don't sleep very well at hotels. The white noise doesn't really do it. I need the fan. I need the air circulating. Do you know how hungry I am? I have that like acidic burping happening right now. Like, you know, the one where it's like your stomach has nothing in it. And so now my stomach is just burping up like acid. Gross. You know what would help with that? Gum. I got my mom for Christmas this cooling pillow, which is supposed to help with AFib. I'm not really sure. She loves it. I got it. It was from Amazon. I bought the best one. I thought it was like $70. And she absolutely swears by it. I don't know what makes it so special, but it is great. And she loves it. I also bought her for Mother's Day last year, like the block to put in between her knees. She's like all set up. Currently passing the exact spot where Julia got into her terrible car accident. On the other side of the road. Oh, look at my gas tank light just coming on. You all need to verify for me in case Jeffrey gets into the comments at some point and he's going to say, like, I ran this car without gas. Dude, I went all the way to fucking the border of New Hampshire. Perfect. Everything worked out perfectly. We are taking the exit to the Veterans Memorial Bridge, which in a couple of minutes will have me into Somerset. My mother is going to be 77 this year. She's 76 right now. I have a crazy ability to not use the bathroom. It was from the trial, first Karen Reed trial. I just never wanted to leave to make a disruption. So I just can go a very, very long time without using the bathroom. It's crazy, actually. I don't want to like get everybody in the comments going crazy. I went to the bathroom before I left the house this morning, and I have not had to go to the bathroom since. So I do with that what you will, but I haven't peed since 11:15 this morning. I didn't even go with the courthouse. I didn't need to. I only had one medium drink and a couple sips out of this one. I'm sure I'll pee when I get home, but haven't felt like I need to go to the bathroom. I'm a camel. I knew there would be all the exclamation points. What do you want from me? I didn't have to pee. I have a peculiar bladder situation. I can go very long time. There are many days where I did not go to the bathroom at Karen Reed trial at all. It just didn't go. Now, on the other end of that, there are some times where if I'm not like, there are the times where I feel like I have to go to the bath, but when I limit what I eat or drink before I go to court. That's it. I only had one beverage all morning. I took a couple sips of water when I woke up, brushed my teeth, didn't have anything to eat or drink. And then I went to Dunkin' and got my drink that I drank in the car ride on the way there. I bought another one that was in the car waiting for me, and it's almost still here. The whole thing is still here. I get my kidneys checked because of my lupus. So my kidneys are good. There's only one bathroom in that courthouse. That's crazy. It's a very old courthouse. We're on County Street, besties. We are in the final fucking motherfucking stretch. I want to thank you for flying with Jessica Machado Airlines. Please stay seated until we come to a complete stop. Please keep your seatbelts buckled. Put your trays in the upright position. Thank you for flying with us on Machado Airlines. Listen, I hear you. I can't drink water today because I would be in the bathroom the whole day. This is very similar to Karen Reed. She told me that she ate minimally and drank minimally during court because she has to go to the bathroom frequently if she eats or drinks. And so she barely drank during trials, barely ate because she did not want to go to the bathroom because they have to stop everything. It can be done. I used to bring my Stanley to court, and all day I wouldn't even go through the whole thing because I didn't want to get up. Oh my God. God, we're in the home stretch. Start saying goodbye to you all right now, if that's okay. Oh my God. I never thought I'd be here. All right, besties. We're gonna be turning onto my street in 10 seconds. Number one, I want to say thanks to everybody I met today. It was so nice to meet you all. Number two, I want to say thank you to everybody who is following today. I haven't been online. I was tweeting, but I don't look at anything, so I don't know about comments or sharing, but I'm sure many of you were commenting, sharing, giving your take on things. I will read those later on tonight. I want to say thank you to everybody who stayed with me and kept me company. Why is my husband parked in the back driveway? And where is Jack's? I don't have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Is anybody doing a show tonight? Maybe later I'll hop on. Let's put the light on and see what's going on here. Wallet. Thank you guys for staying with me, keeping me company. That was the best part of the drive home, is that I didn't have to do it by myself. Let's get all this trash from this morning. We're gonna go get some dinner. If you are at Yamoto, you can come and say hi. Pap Smear 666. Hi, Tara. I'm just looking at the chat. It would be great if you hop on, but make sure who on mine to do me, myself. I have a problem with maybe going live 3 times in a day, but if somebody else is, text me and let me know. All right, I'm going to go in the house. I see Jeffrey. Thank you guys. Thanks for everything. And I will see you. Can I let you know about tomorrow a little bit later? Let me just see how I feel and see how things go. If somebody's live tonight, then let me know. Maybe I'll go pop on. Is Will going to do a stream? Or tomorrow? We'll figure that out. But I want to say thanks to all of the besties. Okay. Bye. Hi, Mazak.